Hi folks. Yeah. So okay. I popped into a churchy thing and there's now 2 videos about that. Yeah. Look. Should I be surprised that I'm always horrified by what I see? One of the ladies there, lovely woman, but she's gotta be in her 70s. Got to be. Lovely woman. But she hasn't got long left for the world. That's what you would assume. If she's in her 70s. Right? This is not me being ageist, but that's what you would assume, isn't it? Really, rightfully speaking. You know, your knowledge of the world and your knowledge of people, fading as they get older. Is it? Yeah. Most people at that age haven't got long to go. And then to think she's in a church that has that level of understanding. See, people don't understand. When I talk about the safe space Christianity, they don't understand why I think that is so evil and why that is so wrong. But if you've got churches teaching and preaching things that are not of God and basically diluting scripture to make it palatable to poor little snowflakes that are in church, as I say, this whole idea that you can read the Bible and you can think that Christianity is supposed to be this safe haven from the nastiness of the world. What? Well, especially when you want to talk about the nastiness of the world all the time and don't want to talk about God. It's yeah. I'm constantly yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's say when I go to these things, I'm hoping that one day I will be surprised and go, "Oh, that's actually pretty good." Yeah, there were some very good conversations there. But last week, yeah, there were some things that I would disagree with regards to the associate pastor and his wife. There are going to be things I'm going to disagree with because they are Baptist and they are very much in the vein that church is now. Of course they are, because you wouldn't get to be associate pastor if you wasn't. That's the reality. Okay. But we had a conversation, we disagreed on a lot of things, but there wasn't no offence. And like today, the woman got offended when she said that her identity was as this new creation and her being in him, and that's what makes her a new creation. What? Yeah, because my response was like that. What are you saying? No, that isn't the case. She got very offended. That conversation had to end. She had no interest in continuing that. And then went back into the kitchen area and was talking to the bloke in there. And kept on looking at me. And I was, okay. Yeah, she got offended. Yeah, the associate pastor, I disagree with a lot of what he was saying. He didn't get offended once. He understood that, we see different things. He understands things in one way, I understand things in another. Okay. Yep, that's okay. We're coming from different places. Now that is reasonably mature. The lady today, not mature at all. She's in her 50s, I would guess, but not mature. Yeah. Maturity is, staying and having a discussion. That's maturity. Immaturity is getting offended, getting emotional, and yeah. That's what I said in the last one. Yeah, is it possible that they are chaff? Yeah. As I say, I mean, it is mind-boggling that the church doesn't talk about chaff and talk about the fact that there are people in this church who are chaff. That the chances of that being the case is really strong. Really strong. But let's not talk about it. Let's not have people going to God and asking a serious question, am I chaff? Yeah. Is it possible for chaff to become wheat? Yes. Anything's possible with God. Anything. But the problem is all people in church believe they're wheat, even those who are chaff. And if they don't believe there's a possibility there could be chaff, none of them are likely to ever ask God, are they chaff? But chances are they are. Some of them, yeah. Who? I can't say the people I spoke to today will be chaff. No. Not all of them, not any of them. I can say, is it possible? Yeah. Well, because I've said before, I don't know where people are. And I said earlier, yeah, if you've made a decision that it's going to be his nature in you, not yours, in the future, and you're asking God to do whatever is necessary to make that the case, then you are his. Whether you're at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end, it doesn't matter. You are his. Even if it doesn't look like it, you are. And that's why, as I say, we can't really judge anyone because we don't know. They could be right at the beginning of that journey. And therefore, it will never look like they are until it looks like they are. But we can't judge them in the early stages because we have no idea. We don't know. No. That's the point. But questions have to be asked all the time. As I said to him, are we encouraged to really look at ourselves with God's help and see if there's any fruit? See what fruit is really there. And the answer is no, we're not. We're not encouraged to do that. We're encouraged not to do that. We're encouraged to just believe, you're okay, don't worry. But we don't see that in the Bible. We don't see, you're okay, don't worry. Yeah, you went forward in the meeting? You're fine, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, things are tough now? Don't worry about it, you're fine. Yeah. There's just... It means nothing. Nothing at all. None of that means anything. We know that because the Lord spoke about the types of ground. And again, is that spoken about in church? Is that understood in church? No. Because again, that's talking about the fact that just because you went forward in a meeting, it doesn't mean you're going to bear fruit. If you don't bear fruit, then you're not his. Right? But that won't be talked about in church. Because it could be offensive to people. Certainly, look, I had a time earlier of just saying to God, Father, I don't like my life at all. Because I don't. I look at my life and I put it this way. I look at how my life has changed with regards to my understanding. With regards to the way I think and the way I do things has changed so much. But the rest of my life hasn't changed in any way, shape or form. It's exactly the same. Yeah, it's still got this stupid court case going on. Still in this horrible little flat. All of that, still the case, still the case, still the case, still the case, still the case. And so I'm saying to God, I don't like that. I know how it should look. And at the moment, it doesn't look like that. People think I'm just having to go at them. That I'm just having to go at Christians. No. No, that is not true in any way, shape or form. It is just not true. I look at myself a damn sight more than I ever look at anyone else. Well, I don't spend time in church, do I really? So I don't really look at other people who are in church because I don't spend time with them. I do look at myself all the time. And yeah, I'm not impressed with what I see. Not right now. Will I be in the future? Well, that's up to God, isn't it? Really is up to God. But I'm very impatient to get there. I know that certainly there are elements in my life that have moved forward a lot. But there's still far too many. Certainly what other people see that just haven't moved at all. They don't look as if they moved at all. And so that is incredibly frustrating. And I want those things to start moving, but there's nothing I can do. I have to wait on God for that. Maybe other people are waiting on God as well. That's the point. Maybe. We don't know. That's why we don't judge. We simply ask questions. So there you go. You take care. God bless. Bye-bye.